शर्श वाय बंदगी अवर दर वजूद मरा वगरना ज़ौक़े चुनी आमद नमूद मरा। वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। We are visiting the Baani of Anand. Some of the core questions of life. What is the human endeavor in earnest for? What are we looking for? What drives the human psyche, and what are we all in our core searching? Where does that lie? All these religions, all these sessions, so many gurus. What are we seeking? What is it that we want? If everything is destiny, then why I have to do something? And in this seeking of inner reality, seeking the Atma, seeking the Hukam, seeking the Naam, Anand, what do I have to do? Where do these answers lie? We will visit these questions in these two Pauris of Anand Sahib, 7th and 8th Pauri. Specifics about Anand Sahib. Anand Sahib is a Baani revealed by Guru Amar Das, the third Nanak. Guru Amar Das remained with his Guru in Khadur Sahib, Guru Angad, for 13 years. 13 years he did seva. He was the servant of the house. No real status, so to say, a servant. That's exactly how he was treated. He had left his home and went and stayed with Guru Angad in seva. And in these 13 years, he carried the bathing water from the river to the Guru before dawn. It is a tradition in Sikhism to handle and appreciate and meditate at Amrit Vela, which is the last pair of the day. Pichli Raat, it is traditionally called. Last pair meaning there are 8 pairs. Every pair is 3 hours. And the last pair is before the sunrise for the next day. He would carry this water. I assume at around 2 o'clock, 2:30, it would reach the Guru's, in Guru's service. So probably walk from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock, this seva was being done for 13 years. Guru Amar Das was an aged person. He had seniority on his side. But he was seeking something. And for this seeking, this seva was being done for Guru Sahib. 13 years, Guru Angad gave him 13 sirepaus. Sirepau is a traditional cloth given by the Guru on an annual basis for the seva out of love. And on the 13th year, Guru Angad asked Guru Amar Das, I have given you 13 sirepaus, where are they? Guru Amar Das was wearing them on his head. He took them each out and made the Guru count them. This was a way of saying that I handle Gur Prasad, Guru's gift. If we don't handle Gur Prasad, then there is no real spiritual hope for us. The doors of creation, the ultimate doors of creation open with Gur Prasad. And if we are incapable of handling Gur Prasad, then we can't handle spirituality. We often feel we need to do. How much do we need to do and what we need to do? We will explore in these 2 Pauris. Anand Sahib is 40 Pauris. It is dedicated to directly If I translate Anand, it would mean bliss. But I would say this needs to be defined. What is Anand? Anand is an absolute word. It doesn't have an opposite. That is very critical. That means that it doesn't depend on any other source for itself. Like good depends on bad, rich depends on poor, happy depends on sorrow for its definition. Anand does not need any second. There is only one. There is only one Anand. So it is unconditional. It has no conditions. Any happiness which is conditional is not happiness. It is a balance between sorrow and happiness. And in that ultimate experience of human life, it turns out that this whole experience then becomes unhappiness and sorrow. Because we walk through happiness very quickly. We have a habit of passing by happiness. And then the pain has a longevity. The time is different for happiness and sorrow. So we live through the pain in longer periods. Ananda is unconditional happiness. It's a state of being. It's a state of the mind in certain spheres of the mind. And what does Anand entail? It is happiness without a source. There is no source. Like there is light without a source. At this hour of the pichli raat, the last pair of the day, there is sunlight, but there is no sun. At dawn and dusk, there is light in the sky, but there is no source. This is the time of flux, of celebration, of spirituality. When the Creator's real magic appears, the Creator is, but is not visible. God is, but is not visible. So in these two times of the day, light is, and it is not visible where the light comes from. Just like that, Anand is a source of happiness where the source is not known. It just is. Only one condition for this Anand. The door to this Anand is opened by the Guru, which we visited in the first Pauris of Guru Amar Das. Anand paya, meri maaye Satguru mein paya. I have found the Guru, and that is my Anand. Maha Anand. In certain traditions, they have used these words, Sat, Chit, Anand. That which is truth is my Chit, is my Anand. My inner mind is Anand. The reality of the inner mind is Anand. That is its real essence, the truth. Everything else is transient, passing by. The tragedy is, we all talk about this Anand, but not many of us know this Anand. We try and convince ourselves by reading more, knowing more, having more facts, learning more Shabads, knowing more Veds, discoursing on religion. We think we know. We don't know. Till we experience, we don't know. And one who has experienced doesn't need facts. This is not about facts and knowledge. It is not about me or I. Like when we enter a house, we keep our shoes outside the door. In the Creator's realm, we leave our ego outside. There is no I permitted where the Creator is, because the I is not an absolute creation. It is a chance opportunity. A chance to know Creator, a chance to realize the Creator, a chance to rejoice the Creator, to merge with the Creator. But it is not an absolute reality. It has no permanent reality apart from knowing the source from where the I comes from. Siddhs have asked Guru Nanak, kahan te aave, kahan hai jaave, kahan hai rahe samai? Where do I come from? Where will I go? Where will I merge with the Creator? Maharaj says, like the fish is surrounded by water, man is surrounded by hukum, by the Creator's presence, hukum, the naam, the shabad, the Anand. He comes from there, he will go there, and that's where he will merge. In the hukum, he will always live, whether it is in ego or without the ego. Then the question is asked. Then the more deeper question is asked, where do I find my Anand and how do I find it? We flirt with spirituality, but we never know it. We dwell in names and identities and make it a power and money struggle. This religion is such a big game. Now it's a business. But who knows what is at the core of this religion? Any religion. Is it different? Is the goal of a religion A and B and C and D different? Or are they the same goals? If they are the same goals, what is that goal? And where do they meet? And if they meet, then why are they in conflict? Why the identity crisis of the human is causing conflict? When at the core, the roots are the same. We will visit these two Pauris. Pauri meaning a step. So the Baani is defined in Pauris. Every Pauri is one step closer to realizing what the Baani is saying. Baani is Guru. Baani, Guru. Guru hai Baani. Which Baani Amrit Sare. Baani is Amrit. So the Shabad and Surt is Amrit. Amrit is this Anand which never dies, which never goes away. I often mention Judo Krishnamurti when he says, we are all looking for happiness and we are looking for it forever. This is this happiness, Anand. Forever. Unconditional. Where does this lie, Maharaj? And we are all seeking it. Somebody who's a drug addict is seeking happiness. Somebody who's even a murderer is actually trying to seek happiness. Every action of ours is at the core driven by this seeking. But the pain and conflict of life is caused by not knowing where this Anand lies. Not knowing how this realm is revealed. And the deeper conflict is that I want to have my cake and eat it too. I want my ego always with me. I am insecure in giving up my ego. And without giving up the ego, you can never meet God. So in that way, we never meet the Creator, because I and the Creator do not meet. I will not meet. The I is dropped and then I merge with the Creator. That happens. But the I is a non-entity. In front of the Creator's presence and His life magic, the I is a non-entity. It's an experience. Experiential, temporary, transient, like a droplet of water coming out of the ocean and going back into the ocean. A river separating from its own and merging back into the sea. Once it is merged in the sea, it's gone. It's the same as the sea. That is the possibility of human endeavor. So two possibilities of human life. One is wandering, seeking, and in the seeking, wandering. That's the Karam world, the I world. Punni papi akarna hai, kar karna likh le jao. We write everything which we are doing is written in our life. Ape beej, ape hi khao. Every seed we sow with the I we have to reap that. Nanak hukmi aao jao. And there the hukum is wandering. Because there is no ultimate reality to karam. Karam is a zero-sum game in the end. We can never escape the results of karam, and one karam will lead to another, and it is a trap. My doing is a trap. I am bound by the karam. Whether it is good or bad, it traps me. Ramana Maharishi went to learn, but his father sent him to learn education. Came back home and he, after many years, narrated, I've learned mathematics, physics, I've learned this, I've learned that. Father was very disappointed. He said, I sent you to learn that which cannot be narrated, that which can't be taught, that which can't be spoken about. That is what you need to learn. Everything else is only facts of life. What is this that cannot be taught, which is existent and defining this entire creation, but can't be taught? This is this Anand Maharaj. The seeking of permanent happiness is this Anand. It defines our entire creation, and we don't know what it is. We have Ranjit Kaur we'll read these two Pauris, and then we will dwell into what Guru is saying today. Guru is revealing to us our own reality, our own mind state, possibilities of our mind. The other possibility, other than the Karam world, I stop there, is the Samajana, is to merge with the Creator, Samana. There the words like Naam, Shabad, Hukum, Anand, Amrit, Sahaj, those are the defining parameters. That which can't be taken away from me. This Anand, once revealed to an individual, cannot be taken away from him. It is a permanent revelation. It's the invitation to merge with the Creator. Teri bakshna mete koi, Satgur ka dilasa. The bakshish, the kirpa, the gur prasad of the Creator can't be written off by anyone. Otherwise, it is not Anand. It is not an absolute creation. It is not an absolute entity. So this is what it is. Unconditional happiness. A permanent state of being, once revealed, can never be taken away from us. And it does not carry any negative connotations with it. It is an absolute entity, does not need the other. There is only one, ek omkar, Satnam. Sab Gobind hai, sab Gobind hai. Gobind bin nahi koi. This whole creation is the Creator Himself, herself, whatever. No one else is there. We are all figment of the creation, temporary existences of I, waiting to merge back. All conflicts, all confusions, all chaos, all questions, all debates, all pressures, anxieties end with I. They do not exist in this realm of Anand. There is no loss in this realm of Anand. How do we get there? Let's discuss. Ranjit Kaur ji.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਆਨੰਦ ਆਨੰਦ ਸਭ ਕੋ ਕਹੈ ਆਨੰਦ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਆਨੰਦ ਸਦਾ ਗੁਰ ਤੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰੇ ਪਿਆਰਿਆ कर कृपा किल विख कटे ज्ञान अंजन सारिया अंदरों जिनका मुंह टूटा तिनका शब्द सच्चे सवारिया कह नानक इहो आनंद है आनंद गुरु ते जानिया आनंद आनंद सबको कहे आनंद गुरु ते जानिया जानिया आनंद सदा गुरु ते कृपा करे प्यारे कर कृपा किल विख कटे ज्ञान अंजन सारिया अंदरों जिनका मोह टूटा तिनका शब्द सच्चे सवारिया कहे नानक यो आनंद है आनंद गुरु ते जानिया। वाहिगुरु जी।
Thank you. So the first body of Anand Sahib, which is in Ramkali Rag, Ramkali is the rag of the yogis. And by the third Mahal, Mahla Tija, Maharaj says in the first body, Anand Paya Meri Maya Satguru mein paya, Satgurta paya, Sahaj Seti. मन वजियां वदाइयां राग रतन परवार परियां शब्द गावना शब्दों ताका वो हरि केरा मन जिनी वसाया कहे नानक आनंद हुआ सतगुरु में पाए. This is a statement of having found that which is the ultimate reality of life. In all our efforts of life, we are seeking this Anand, we are seeking this Amrit, we are seeking this happiness. And so is our search conflicted that we end up unhappy. That is the reality of life. Unhappiness exists in our seeking happiness. So the flavor, the gear in which we should be living life is acceptance. We live in expectations. So we are more disappointed because expectation has disappointment built into it. It's a natural reality. Acceptance means to live in hukum. Live with the will of the Creator. One will, not two. My will and the Creator's will are two different wills, and we are in conflict. When God does this for me, then I will go and do this pilgrimage. Then I will do jap. Then I will do Simran. I wanted this from Guru and God, so I did so many part. Nothing happened, so I left it. But what are we? Who are we fooling? We left the part, and then do you think it made the Creator less than before? It made a difference to God that we don't do jap and Simran. What difference does it make to the Creator? Who is the loser? Then who are we making the conditions to for life? When I do this, when I get this, when I want this, then I will do this. When I am this many years, I will do this. I had a talk with a good friend the other day. I said, no. This is to be done when I am 60, 50, 40. This is a different ashram. What to say? Life goes by and we play these games with ourselves. Who is the loser? Who is throwing the dice? And who will be the loser in this game? Will be me. Every breath, every step I take, every night I'll sleep, every morning I wake up is an opportunity lost if I have not gone within me. if I don't seek within myself, Sufis call it the 11th direction. 10 directions are outside, the 11th is inside. We shared the story of Rabia al-Basra from Iraq about the needle having dropped in her house. And she was asking her friends to find this needle outside. And all day they were seeking, and in the evening she told them, but I dropped it in the house, not outside. They were very angry with her. All day you wasted our time. You dropped it inside the house. Why are we seeking it outside? She laughed at them. Isn't this what we are all doing with life? We lost our happiness, our source of happiness, our Anand within ourselves, and we are seeking it outside. Maharaj calls this seeking of Jal. Yes, Jal nidkaran tum jagai. You have come into this world thirsty for something. So that's the Jal. So Amrit Gurte paye you. That Amrit you will get from the Guru. No other. I cannot force my door open. This is the difference between a yogi and Guru Nanak's house. Yogi says, I will do this asana, that asana, I will open this door. I will do it. But if the Creator's reality and its opening is in my control, if I have the ability to reveal and not reveal the reality of life, then it is subservient to me. Then it is subservient to I. Then what is the identity of this creation? It is subservient to me. We are all talking about this Anand, this happiness, the source of happiness, seeking the religion, seeking God realization. So many ashrams, so many discussions, so many retreats, so many different subjects, so many topics, so many debates, so many books to be read. But what is ultimately happening? Who has found this Anand? This Anand, mind you, is a structural change in the mind. It's a change of the structure of the mind. It's not a happiness which we have found and it goes away sometime. No. Once this happiness is revealed, this Anand is revealed in the mind, it structurally changes the mind forever. I will bring that forth whenever it comes in the Baani. It will come. The realm of our walk into this mind changes. It's not the same mind. We have an ego mind, which is the transient mind. And then we have the Ananda mind, which is the permanent mind. There are both different. We don't have the access to the other mind. So we only know the moving mind. But he says, Chalte man rakhe, Amrit chakhe. Drop the moving mind and you will visit Amrit. Where will this body go, Maharaj, when I die? It's man ko koi khojo pai. Take out some time. Seek this mind. Go into your inner mind. All the answers are revealed within the man, not written in a book. If there were 100 gurus before internet, there are 10,000 today. Everybody is a guru. YouTube is full of people who are discoursing on spirituality. Hardly anybody knows about it. They are all talking about it. Which is what Guru Amar Das is saying, Anand, Anand sabko kahe. Everybody is talking about this Anand. But where will I find this Anand? Who will give it to me? This is not enjoying a movie or a music together and feeling happy about it. This is not that happiness. This is happiness which lies at our core, changes us structurally forever, changes our being. We are not the same anymore. Because the next time when we sit down or we relax and we look inside, this Anand will be with us. We could be in a disaster zone, but the Anand will be with us. We could be in a war conflict, the Anand will be with us. We could be in a situation which is disastrous physically. We could be ill, we could be losing money in a gambling, we could be losing money in our business, we could be being insulted physically. The Anand will be with us. It's not going to go away. Otherwise, it has no value. Sadhu appreciates two things very dearly. Sada. He says Sada, forever. A world which is forever without death. Happiness which is forever without death. And the third, love without ending, no hatred. Love which never goes away. Forever, Sada. Sada, forever. Nanak Bhakta Sada Vigas. Happiness forever. Suniya dukh paap ka nas. Dukh and paap are gone with this Anand. Dukh is pain, sorrow, conflict. Paap is the errors I do. They're all gone. This is the realm of perfection. But there is no I here. I cannot claim I am the owner. I am in this realm without the ego. Only then this realm reveals itself. Otherwise it does not. There is no thought here. There are no questions left. There is no seeking left. And there is no hunger anymore. Tript. Nanak triptagai. Naam japat trishna sab buji hai. No hunger. Nanak triptagai. No fear. Anand Guru te jane. You will know this Anand from the Guru. This is the defining energy of the Guru. Jis miliye man hoye Anand. When I meet this Guru, I am Anand. So Satgur kahiye. He is the Guru. If I want to know who is a Sant, who is a Guru, this is the parameter. He can reveal Anand to me. He or she can open the door of Anand to me. Where is this Guru? Where? In these so many YouTubes, Facebooks, and experts on spirituality, which one of them can open this door of Anand? I would like to know. I want to meet that person. Who can open this Anand? If that person cannot open the door of Anand, then I am wasting my time. And most of us do that. We follow a mirage. Mrigtrishna. We follow these mirages, one after the other. And we don't know the true Guru. We don't know who is Guru. We don't know where the Guru is. But the Baani will reveal these questions. These answers to these questions will be revealed in this Baani. Janya Anand Sada Kurte. See, he uses this word Sada. Sada, forever. Sada meaning timeless, spaceless, causeless. There is no intervention now. Sada. Sada is unconditional. Wherever you are, whatever time you are, whoever you are, whichever situation you are in, Sada. It is always there. Janya Anand. You know this Anand. After the revelation of Anand, we know this Anand. We don't write and discourse and debate on it. We know it. We live it. Janiya Anand Sada Gurte Kirpa Kare Pyarya. How we know this, Anand? Through the Kirpa, Maharaj. Through Kirpa. Through Gur Prasad. This Anand can only be known through the door of the Gur Prasad, through the Guru's Kirpa. That is why in the Mool Mantar, we start by adjectives and we end in Gur Prasad. Ek Omkar, Satnam, Karta Purukh, Nirpau, Nirvair, Akal Murat, Ajuni Sevang. These are adjectives. Gur Prasad is the action, the verb. That's the revealer, the key, the chabi to the ultimate reality. But are there any conditions? If this is unconditional, if this is going to be destined, do I have to do anything? What is my role in this happiness? What is my role in this Anand? Let us see what Guru Amar Das says. Kar kirpa kilvik katte. With this Gur Prasad, the kilvik goes away. The conflicts, the wanderings, the seekings, the Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ankar, all are gone. Gyan Anjan Sarya. And within me, the Gyan, the revelation of life's knowledge, comes to me. So I know what is the structure of my man. The biggest malady, biggest tragedy we live through is we don't know our inner mind. Is man ko koi khojo pai. We only know the wandering mind, the thought mind, the thinking mind. Where is the mind when it has stopped thinking? What is happening there? Bhagat Kabir says, Tuk dam karari jo karo. For one fraction of a second, stop the mind. Jo karo, hazir, hazur, khuda hai. Creator is present in front of you. God is there in front of you. Sada gurte kirpa kare pyarya. Without love, there is no spirituality. Kar kirpa, kilvik katte, gyan anjan sarya. But what is my role in this, Maharaj? If the Guru is to do everything, then why I have to do anything? It's all Guru's subject to Gur Prasad. But how does Gur Prasad happen? Why and where does it happen? How is it revealed? Andro jinka moh tutta. Tinka shabad lag, tinka shabad sache savare. Most of us say, I do part, I do Simran, I do meditation. But my mind doesn't. I don't enjoy it. My mind has not become stable. My mind is wandering. I'm doing part and my mind is somewhere else. There are reasons for this. One is the baggage which we carry. The other is we don't know how to see beyond the thinking mind. We don't know dhyan. We know dhyan when there is a reason. I'm driving, the car is at a high speed, my dhyan, my alertness is more. I'm doing bungee jumping, I'm near death experience, I'm absolutely alert. That is why all these games of risk have become famous. Because my dhyan becomes, my alertness becomes absolute. I might die, so I'm on the verge of. 1/3, a good percentage of people who go to the Mount Everest die every year, but they still go. Because it's the verge of death's experience. They are alert, they're absolutely alive, awake. They may lose everything tomorrow. What is the reason? This dhyan is initiated. But they do it as a stimulant. They're playing with life to stimulate this dhyan. That is a big subject to how to initiate this dhyan. I will have a session soon. We did one last month. We will do one more full day session in Delhi on Shabad, dhyan. Whoever is keen would message us, and we will like to compile the numbers and see where we want to have this. How this dhyan is initiated. In absolute dhyan, there is no reason for the dhyan. In absolute dhyan, there is no I. There is no movement of thought. Like when we are doing an operation, we don't think. We do the operation. When we drive the car, we have stopped thinking about, and we drive it with perfect attention. We have the dhyan, but the moment the reasons are taken away, dhyan's gone. When we take away our experience of the senses, there is no dhyan. It's a wandering mind, thought mind. Because we have been addicted to our senses. We have been mesmerized, mohit with our senses. But the mind is not our senses. The mind is projected by the senses. The mind is the vision behind the senses, the energy behind the senses. If I transcend my senses, I go to the inner mind. If I transcend my transient mind, moving thought mind, I reach the source mind, the dhyan, where the true knowledge exists, where the Anand exists. So Maharaj says this is andro jinka motutta, from within the man, those who have been able to detach themselves from the sensual experiences of life, from the relationships, moh. I live the relationship, but I have the ability to be devoid of that relationship. I live it. I honor it, I respect it, I live it, I enjoy it. It's always a part of me. But I also know that this relationship, these attachments are not a permanent experience of life. So I have the ability to live it, yet be detached from it. Jaise jal mein kamal niralam. Like a kamal is in water, detached, yet in it. Murga in asane, like the bird, like the duck in water, is in water, but yet they don't drown in that water. Andaro jinka motutta. Within the man, there is no thought, so there is no attachment. Thirkar vaisa. Heran mat. There, where this mind, which is detached from everything else of the senses, meets the Shabad. Shabad is an experience we all need to learn from, where, how this Shabad is revealed. Shabad is the Guru, Maharaj. If someone says, we have to have physical Guru, then he has not met Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak doesn't say that. Kavan mool, kavan matvel. What is the mool of this birth? Kavan matvela. What is this lifespan? What is this what is it for? Kavan Guru, kiska tu chela. Who is your Guru, Guru Nanak? Siddhs yogis. Achal Batala, Hoshiarpur. 70th year of Guru Nanak's physical bodies. This is the year he will be leaving the body. February, March, Shivrat. He comes to the yogis realm. All these yogis none of them are married. They don't believe in marriage. And here enters Guru Nanak. Full of knowledge, awareness, and a householder. So there is a lot of cacophony, there is a lot of chaos. How householders entered our realm. But then the dialogue starts about spirituality, about life. Kit kit bit jagup je purkha, kit kit tuk binis jai. Reso tangal vai kahiye teka kavan adharo. किस कारण रहता जी उदासी, किस कारण है पेख निवासी, किस वखर के तुम बन जा रहे, व्हाट डू यू ट्रेड इन गुरु नानक, क्यों को साथ लगा वो पारे। कवण मूल कवण मतवेला, कवण गुरु किसका तू चेला, हु इज योर गुरु गुरु नानक। पवन आरंभ सतगुरु मतवेला, फ्रॉम ब्रेथ आवर लाइफ स्टार्ट्स। Meeting the Guru, Satguru, Creator. Guru has three parallel realms, planes of existence. One is the Creator, the God, Guru, primal Guru. The other is the defined Shabad Guru. The third is the physical Khalsa. So Maharaj asks, Pavan Aram Satguru Vatvela, Shabad Guru Surt Tunchela. The Shabad is the Guru and the egoless Surt, egoless mind, Surt is the Chela. So physical Guru is not Guru Nanak's Guru. To him the Shabad is revealed. It's a revelation. Even if a physical Guru is required, we should never go hunting for a Guru. He will come to us if the Creator wants it. If our seeking is in earnest, if we are hungry for creation's reality, then it will be revealed to us. Jo mango Thakur apne, soi dev. Wherever we are, whatever is our situation today, we have asked for it. Those are our choices. Andron jinka maut utta. So this is my role. In my seeking creation, what is my role? If Guru has to do everything, my role is to be having the ability to detach. There is a word in Hindi, in culture, in Indian culture, which is detach at will, anashakti, the ability to detach at will. There is one more parallel word we use, samadhi. Samadhan. All these games we play with life, Kundalini, third eye, all flirtations with life, not knowing anything about it. I will make the Kundalini rise, it rises like that, it goes left, it goes right. We miss the point completely. This is not about an experience which is definable. This life's ultimate experience is not defined by certain energies moving left, right, or center. It's about the Creator revealing Himself to us, pouring His entire creation into us, where our ego is gone. Maharaj says that the two objects cannot exist in the man. One has to go. And only when that goes will the ego will go, will the revelation come. Home name naal birod hai, doy na bas ek thaai. When the duja, the second is gone, there is only one. And then the reality of life is revealed. Where we have the ability to live beyond our identity and conditioned mind. Because that's our only known environment. We only know the conditioned mind as our reality. Conditioned mind meaning the mind of the ego which we carried from birth, learnt, experienced from the conditioning, from the environment, from our family, friends, education, conditioned mind. Whatever we have poured into the mind, that is what will come out. But what did Guru pour into the mind? This is the ego mind. What's the non-ego mind? What is the creator poured into the mind? What is the realm of the subconscious, unconscious, the base of the man? What does that create? What does that reveal? Where there are no thoughts, no I is left. इस मन को कोई खोजो पाई, तन छूटे मन कहाँ समाई. When the body is gone, where does the mind go? It's all being played, revealed, known from the man. So Guru Nanak says, Man jeete jag jeet. Win the mind, you win the world. So this is my role in this chapter of Anand. Andron jinka moh tutta, jinka shabad sache savarya. There the Shabad will reveal itself, and the reality of Shabad, the Amrit of Shabad, will be known. So when we say, I have experienced the Shabad, but no Amrit has come, because we don't have the ability to detach from the world senses. We have to detach our energies, committed energies to the world, and then only this experience will be revealed to ourselves. Do we need to live? Do we need to leave the world to do that? No. Remana so kar sannyasa. Ban se sadan sab hai kar samjho. In living in your world, in your life, in your family, in your house, in your life pattern, know the reality of life while living it. There's nothing wrong in living this life. That is not to blame. My ability to not being able to commit my energies to the realm of spirituality is the reason spirituality doesn't reveal itself to me. The reason is not the world, not the other. It's my ability to not stabilize my mind. Meet the Shabad in a stable mind. Kahe Nanak hai Anand hai, Anand Guru te jane. This is Anand, he says. Guru Amar Das has a habit of using some words like Tat Gyan. Then in his Baani, he repeats the line in the end. Kahe Nanak hai Anand hai. This is Anand, that which is revealed beyond the moh of life, beyond the attachments of life. Kahe Nanak hai Anand hai, Anand Guru te janiya. From the Guru we will know this Anand. When we submit the man to Guru, the Guru connects us to Shabad. This is the 7th Pauri, Maharaj. Ranjit ji will read the 8th Pauri. And then let's see what Guru says in the next Pauri.
वाहिगुरु जी। आनंद पिया मेरी माए, सतगुरु मैं पाया, सतगुरता पाया सह सिद्धि मन वजिया वादाइया, राग रतन परवार करिया, शब्द गावण आईया, सब दोत गावो हरि केरा, मन जिनी वसाया, कहे नानक आनंद होवा, सतगुरु मैं पाया। बाबा जिस तो दे सोई जन पावे, पावे ता सो जन दे जिसनो, और क्या करे विचारिया। एक भरम भुले फिरे देह दिस, एक नाम लाग सवारिया, गुर प्रसादी मन प्यार निर्मल, जिनमा पाना पावे, कहे नानक जिस दे प्यारे, सोई जन पावे। बाबा जिस तो दे सोई जन पावे, पावे तसो जन देह जिसनु, और क्या करे विचारिया। एक परम पुले परे रह दिस, एक नाम लाग सवारिया। गुर प्रसादी मन भया निर्मल, जिना पाना पावे। कह नानक जिस दे प्यारे, सोई जन पावे। वाहिगुरु जी।
Thank you, Ranjit ji. Very melodious voice. Baba. Baba is a word used for a senior, a revered. Here, Guru is using for the Creator. Often we like to appreciate ourselves for whatever we have done. I did this and so this is what happened. See, I told you so, don't go this way. See, I told you don't do this. I will always try and compliment my own intelligence. That is our way of how we live through life. If we don't have confidence, it's difficult to live anyway. That's true. But what about cleansing the mind? This is an important aspect to understand. Bhai Gurdas is like the Saint Paul of Christianity. He defines the Guru Granth to us. He says about Guru Nanak, "Pehla Babe paya baksh dwar, pichhon te phir kaal kamai." Pehla Babe paya baksh, bakshish, kirpa, Gur Prasad, Nadar, grace has come first. Then the mind structure is changed forever. And here also he says, Man Nirmal, Gur Prasadi Man Paya Nirmal. Meeting the Guru, the mind will be cleansed, connected, structurally changed. It will not have the ability to be corrupted again. It will become stable, it will become thir, sahaj. Sahaj Anand, without doing Anand. Santok, Jinna Pana Pave. How do I have to do something about this then? If the Guru has to make my mind nirmal, then what do I have to do? He says, Jinna Pana Pave. Those who live in acceptance. Pana Pave. Meaning my driving energy for the world is my ego life. I still have that. I don't give that up. I live that physical life. But I have the ability to give up the ego and move into my realm mind where there is no ego. This is the picture changes. Jinna Pana Pave. Those who live in presence of the Creator, Pana Pave, the Hukum. So there is a relationship between the me, the I, and the Hukum of the presence of the Creator. When I am, the Creator is not. When the Creator is, I am not. So my ability to transcend my ego mind, my thought mind, my conditioned mind, is an important ingredient in meeting the Guru. Jinna Pana Pave. Those who have accepted the Creator, presence of the Creator, and whatever he or she is doing, acceptance of that. So does that mean that if my maid will run away, I will not go looking for another maid? That is the Pana. That's not what he is saying. He is not talking about the moving mind. There we have to use our intelligence. We have to use our abilities, our conditioned knowledge, awareness of the life, how to walk through. Like we go through a forest. We know the forest, so we walk through the forest. There we use the knowledge of the forest to walk through the forest. But what he is saying is that the ability to interact with the inner mind and handle the inner mind is the presence of the Creator, where I transcend my ego, where I am thoughtless, where the mind is dropped. There is no expectations. I do not expect the ultimate happiness of life from this world. It doesn't exist there. This is an important lesson. In this world, happiness, when we seek happiness, we are seeking sorrow with it. Guru Bhagat Kabir says this. Sukh mango, dukh agal aave. So sukh hame na mange paave. I ask for the worldly happiness and the pain and sorrow comes with it. So I don't ask for it. Sukh mang, dukh agal aave. So sukh hame na mange paave. I am not asking for this happiness. I want unconditional happiness. I don't want sorrow in my life. So I don't go seeking happiness in this world. If we ask this question, why am I unhappy? Because I am seeking happiness. I am unhappy. An English poet wrote once that happiness is like a butterfly. If you go running after it, it will evade you. But if you sit by yourself, rest your mind, it may sit on your shoulder. And you may enjoy its presence while doing nothing. Acceptance. It doesn't mean I don't do anything about the changing world, about my business, my family. Everything has to be done the way we are doing it. But ultimately, we accept the results and don't fight them. Ultimately, we accept. And we don't conflict them. Because acceptance is a unified mind. It's no longer seeking. When we used to play these matches in school, this was one way we dealt with it. We used to teach ourselves. We are going to lose, accept it. The conflict is gone. Acceptance. Kiv sachiara hoiye. Kiv kude tutte paal. Hukam razai chalana. Nanak likhya naal. Whatever is with you is written with you. You are carrying the baggage. Nanak likhya naal. It is with us. Whatever is our past, whatever is our life experience, is all ingrained within our man. Hukam razai chalan. Understand there is a creator out there who has created us. Live in that hukam. And hukam is Anand. Razai. Drop your own conflicts. Chalana. Don't be stationary. Move with it. Baba jis tu de, so hi jan pave. Whom you give, he will get this Anand. Whom the Creator chooses and gives, whom will he choose? I can't ask that. These are a parpanch par Brahm ki leela. This is his game. But if I prepare myself, if I seek this in earnest, then whatever I am earnestly seeking will always be answered. This is an unconditional promise. Jo mango Thakur apne te soi soi deve. Pave ta so jan de jisnu aur kya kare bechariya. What other choice is there for the human being? Those who get this are the chosen ones. But those who don't get it miss the point completely and keep wandering. They think they are achieving. बलिहारी गुर अपने त्योहारी सदबार जिन मानस ते देवते किए करत न लागी बार. The Guru creates devatas out of human beings, superhumans. This Anand is the difference between us and a superhuman. We don't know this Anand. The superhuman is full of this Anand, which cannot be taken away from him. He is the king. He is the real master of the game, because this is all that all of us are seeking. The rich, poor, high, low, everyone is seeking this Anand, and those who have it are the masters of the game. Pave taso jan de jisnu aur kya kare bechare. What else can we do as human beings? Ek param pule fire de this. This is the reality of life. One person is wandering everywhere seeking and doesn't get anything. Ek naam lag savarya, whereas the other finds naam within himself and is rejoiced. Is sorted. His life is sorted. Gur prasadi man paye nirmal. By Guru's prasad, the man becomes cleansed, nirmal. Avgato nirmail upje, nirgun te sargun thiya. From the Creator, the nirmal man comes about. Gur prasadi man paya nirmal, jinna paana pave. And this mind is cleansed for those who live in hukum, who have accepted the Creator's presence, accepted the Creator. For them, the ego is an instrument to be given up, not to be used as a batting ball in everything we do. I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. The stronger the ego, the more painful life is. The more flexible the person is, the lesser the ego. That's why in China they revere the bamboo. It is flexible. It is hollow. It lives in acceptance. One who is hollow receives and doesn't bounce back, doesn't react. We miss the point. The whole creation's revelation is within our man, within our mind. And we don't play this game in our man, we play it outside in the senses. We are playing this in the wrong field. We are playing a football game in a cricket field. It's completely out of place. We haven't understood the relationship between ego and creation. How does the ego come about? And how does it go away? Kit kit vid jagupche purkha, kit kit dukh binas jai. Where does the creation come about and how does pain go away, Maharaj? Home vid jagupche. From the ego, the creation comes about. When I am, the creation is. If I am not, there is no creation. Home vid jagupche purkha, naam bisariye dukh pai. Forgetting naam, we are in pain. Dittha sab sansar, sukh nahi naam bin. Without a naam, there is no happiness, Maharaj. Wherever we may be seeking that happiness, it always will come with unhappiness and sorrow. Only naam is the unconditional happiness of life, which is Anand. Gur prasadi man paya nirmal, jinna paana pave, kahe nanak. Jis de pyare, soi jan pave. Pyare. They are the loved ones. We find love, we find the Creator. Kahe nanak, jis de pyare, soi jan pave. So whoever is in love with the Creator finds this source of Anand. Kahe nanak jis de pyare, soi jan pave. That person finds Anand, who finds love in God. If there are any questions, you can raise your hand or you can write out the question in the chat box. And then we will address them. And then we'll finish and culminate with Anand Sahib. Anand is the last Baani in every congregation. Wherever there is Gur Prasad, wherever there is Prasad, Anand is a must. And the occasion could be happiness or sorrow. Culmination is always Anand. So if life is lived in the right way, whether life is full of happiness or sorrow is irrelevant. We culminate life in Anand. The precipitate of a rightly lived life is Anand. Atmak Sukh, unconditional happiness. The revelation of the Atma, of the soul, the song of the soul is Anand. Is any questions? Please raise your hand or you can write it out. Anudeep. Hanji.
Hi, Guruji.
Right.
You mentioned, something about being flexible in life. So sometimes I wonder that when we talk about spirituality, I mean, I feel sometimes, it's like a next step. At times, I feel that we don't even know how to live this life appropriately. So when you're talking about being flexible, we should be more receptive towards whatever comes our way, whether it is happiness or sadness. How do we become more flexible? How are we able to accept things as they are? Because I think unless until that hits us within us, we're not able to move ahead onto the next step.
Ultimately, we can change only what we can change. The rest is all acceptance only. We are in conflict with that acceptance. The problem is that we are living that reality. There is no ability to change that reality, and we don't accept it also. So there is a conflict, permanent conflict in life. The other thing is that by flexibility, I mean having the ability to adapt to the environment. And that can only happen if our foundation mind is our inner mind more and outer mind less. Let me say we have 2 feet. One is the outer mind, the moving mind, the thought mind, and one is the inner mind. In most of our cases, we don't know the inner mind. We have zero knowledge. We may have a little bit because there is always a subconscious knowledge of our inner reality. So our entire foundation of life is based on a changing environment. That is why Guru again and again inspires us to leave this environment. Jo nar dukh mein dukh na mane. Sukh sneh ar peh nahi jaake, kanchan mati mane. What is this? Dukh mein dukh nahi man. Detach our expectations from the changing environment. We are expecting from this environment that happiness which doesn't exist in this environment. That is the problem. Jis jal nid karan tum jagaye. He says, bahar tundat bahut dukh paave. Seeking outside, you will meet lot of sorrow and pain. Bahar tundat bahut dukh paave. This Amrit is inside, but we are seeking it outside. That's the basic conflict. So adapt meaning, Maharaj uses this word again and again, asa mahe nirasa. I do not expect this permanent happiness from this moving mind. I accept that happiness and sorrow will both come to me. Good and bad will both come to me. Right and wrong will both come to me. And this is the paradigm of this life which I live. This is acceptance. The other environment, which is in my inner mind, is my now ability to seek, to search in my mind. Go beyond the thought mind. Accept that there are thoughts, and the thoughts will drop. My expectations from thoughts make the thought arise stronger. This is the whole gear which we use for life. I have seen something nice and I expect I should have it. That has drawn me outside. I accept something is nice. It is nice. I leave it at that. My ego doesn't get involved with it. There are no conflicts. But this game is easier said than done. The important thing is our ability to andro jinka motutta, have the ability to detach. And that can happen in our ability to know dhyan and shabad. How does this happen? He raises this question very clearly. Home kitho upje, kit sanjam jaye. Two questions. Where does the ego come from? Basic. Our ego is what I am. Where does it come from? Kit sanjam jaye. How does it go away? These are the two questions of life. He says, hukum hai. This is the part of the Creator's will. He wants us to exist, so we exist. Now, there is this one key question which the yogis have asked Guru Nanak, this breath which is coming, 3 and 7 fingers, they have counted somehow. Where does the breath come from? Where does do you breathe? Are you breathing? Where does the breath come from? Guru Nanak has asked this question. Pavan ka vasa sun nivasa. Akal kala darsoi. Breath. Pavan ka vasa sun nivasa. Every breath comes from our source mind, sun mind. Every breath. So the next breath, if the Creator doesn't want us to have it, we will be not here. So every breath is His will. Pavan ka vasa sun nivasa akal kala tarsoi. And here the play of life is happening. Akal kala. Kala. Play. The miracle of life. Every breath is coming from the Creator. And we don't know where the Creator is. My every breath in this body comes from my Creator. Otherwise, there is no life. So he says that home eho hukum hai. Paiye kirt firai. And in this hukum, the whole world is wandering. Home dirag rog hai. This is the disease, the malady of life. This home becomes a malady if you can't transcend it. If you can transcend it, it is not. Home eho hukum hai. Paiye kirt firai. Home dirag rog hai. Daru bhi ismaye. And in this disease of ego, the solution is also with it. Kirpa kare je apni, the Guru ka Shabad kamaye. To know the Guru's Shabad and reveal it within our mind. That is his Guru's Kirpa. The ego is gone. Kirpa kare je apni, the Guru ka Shabad kamaye. Nanak kahe suno jano. See, he says, it sanjam dukh jaye. This is how pain goes away. This is what he says in the Siddh Gosht also. Home bijag upje purkha, naam bisariye dukh pai. So what is the reason for my sorrow, my unhappiness, my pain? It is not the symptoms which we see. My child is unwell, I have no money, I don't do well in my career. These are not the sources of happiness. All of them can be solved. Another 10 will arise after that. This is the moving part of life. There is no condition where none of this doesn't exist. It exists for everyone. And it always will. And the Gurus have known it, and that is how they've lived it. That is why their decisions are not on the physical ownership of life. Otherwise, Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Maharaj would have said that I will keep Anandpur, I will do what you say. What was he saying? He was only saying, give up your conflict and not fight for these people. So he would have lived, got his land, he would have had his children, but he did not live in those conditions. One of the reasons was because the source of his happiness is not in the physical realm. I said a few lines from the Zafarnama in the beginning of the session. One of the empowering lines in that is, na saazo, na bazo, na fauzo, na farsh. Khudavand bakshan de church. My source of happiness is not these saaz, baaz, the houses, the realm. This is not my source of happiness. Khudavand, bakshish of Khuda is my source of happiness. That's the difference between you and me. You have your source of happiness in the physical. Maharaj says, I don't. Bibi gardishe pe wafai zama. Ke barhar baguzard makino maka. There's the reality of life. Bibi means see. That the life is deceitful. With time, the house and the one who lives in that house both are gone. Makino maka. So where is this sada? That's the primary question, is happiness with unhappiness. If we accept that as we say, okay, I will be unhappy, but then we should not be in conflict then. When we seek happiness, we should be ready to be unhappy and not grudge about it, not resist it. The moment we accept that unhappiness as part of my life and accept it as well as I accept happiness, then both of them are gone. They are not a permanent reality. They are my conditioned mind. I don't accept pain and sorrow as easily as I live through happiness. So there's a difference. There's the conflict. They live together. One of them will always be with us. So the Guru doesn't create pillars of life in this foundation of life, in this man. He knows this is the moving mind. This is not forever. This word sada doesn't exist in this realm. I hope I'm able to understand, make it clear. Ji. Anyone else has a... Welcome, Anudeep. Anji. So no more questions and we can do the Anand Sahib. Otherwise, people will be late. It's already 9. Ranjit Kaur ji, please help. Anand Sahib. 6 bodies. 6 bodies of Anand Sahib we do, as traditionally sung. Please unmute Ranjit Kaur. Please unmute Ranjit Kaur. हाँ जी.
राम कली महला तीजा आनंद के ओंकार सतगुरु प्रसाद आनंद प्या मेरी माए सतगुरु मैं पाया सतगुरु सा पाया सरस्वती मन वजिया आजाई राम रतन परवार परिया शब्द गावण आईया दो तगाओ हरि केरा मन जिनी वसाया कह नानक आनंद हुआ सतगुरु मैं पाया ये मन मेरा तू सदा रहो हर नाले हर नाल रहो तू मन मेरे दुख सब विसारना ਅੰਗੀਕਾਰ ਹੋ ਕਰੇ ਤੇਰਾ, ਕਾਰਜ ਸਭ ਸਵਾਰਣਾ। ਸਭਨਾ ਗਨਾ ਸਮਰਥ ਸੁਆਮੀ, ਸੋ ਕਿਉ ਮਨੋ ਵਿਸਾਰੇ। ਕਹਿ ਨਾਨਕ ਮਨ ਮੇਰੇ, ਸਦਾ ਰਹੋ ਹਰਿ ਨਾਲੇ। ਸਾਚੇ ਸਾਹਿਬਾ ਕਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਤੇ ਰਹਿ, ਘਾਟਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਸਭ ਕਿਛ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਦੇਹ ਸੋ ਪਾਵੇ। ਸਦਾ ਸਿਫਤ ਸਲਾਹ ਤੇਰੀ, ਨਾਮ ਮਨ ਵਸਾਵੇ। ਨਾਮ ਜਿਨ ਕੇ ਮਨ ਵਸਿਆ, ਵਾਜੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਕਨੇਰੇ। ਕਹਿ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੱਚੇ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਤੇ ਰਹਿ। ਸਾਚਾ ਨਾਮ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਧਾਰ, ਸਾਚ ਨਾਮ ਆਧਾਰ ਮੇਰਾ। ਜਿਨ ਭੁੱਖਾਂ ਸਭ ਗਵਾਈਆਂ, ਕਰ ਸ਼ਾਂਤ ਸੁਖ ਮਨ ਆਏ ਵਸਿਆ। ਜਿਨ ਇੱਛਾ ਸਭ ਪੁਜਾਈਆਂ, ਸਦਾ ਕੁਰਬਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗੁਰ ਵਿਟੋ। ਜਿਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਵਡਿਆਈਆਂ, ਕਹੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੁਣੋ ਸੰਤੋ, ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤਰੋ ਪਿਆਰੋ। ਸਾਚਾ ਨਾਮ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਧਾਰੋ। ਵਾਜੇ ਪੰਜ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਕਰ ਸਵਾਗੇ, ਕਰ ਸਵਾਗੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਵਾਜੇ। ਕਲਾ ਜਿਤ ਕਰ ਤਾਰਿਆ, ਪੰਜ ਦੂਤ ਤਦ ਵਸ ਕੀਤੇ। ਕਾਲ ਕੰਟਕ ਮਾਰਿਆ, ਤੁਰ ਕਰਮ ਪਾਇਆ ਤੁ ਜਿਨ ਕੋ। ਸੇ ਨਾਮ ਹਰ ਕੇ ਲਾਗੇ, ਕਹੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਤੈਸ ਹੋਆ। ਤਿਤ ਕਰ ਹਰਿ ਵਾਜੇ। ਆਨੰਦ ਸੁਣੋ ਵਡ ਭਾਗਿਓ, ਸਗਲ ਮਨੋਰਥ ਪੂਰੇ। ਪਾਰ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਪਾਇਆ, ਉਤਰੇ ਸਗਲ ਸੂਰੇ। ਦੁਖ ਰੋਗ ਸੰਤਾਪ ਉਤਰੇ, ਸੁਣੀ ਸੱਚੀ ਬਾਣੀ। ਸੰਤ ਸਾਜਨ ਪੈ ਸਰਸੇ, ਪੂਰੇ ਗੁਰ ਤੇ ਜਾਣੀ। ਸੁਣਤੇ ਪੁਨੀਤ ਕਹਤੇ ਪਵਿੱਤ, ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਰਹਿਆ ਪਰ ਪੂਰੇ। ਬਿਨਵੰਤ ਨਾਨਕ ਗੁਰ ਚਰਨ ਲਾਗੇ, ਵਾਜੇ ਅਨਹਦ ਤੂਰੇ। ਸੁਣਤੇ ਪੁਨੀਤ ਕਹਤੇ ਪਵਿੱਤ, ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਰਹਿਆ ਪਰ ਪੂਰੇ। ਬਿਨਵੰਤ ਨਾਨਕ ਗੁਰ ਚਰਨ ਲਾਗੇ, ਵਾਜੇ ਅਨਹਦ ਤੂਰੇ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Thank you everyone.
And
Next week session we will inform you, Monday, Tuesday. Thank you. We will do a dhyan session. Anybody interested, please drop a message. Thank you. Waheguru ji ka khalsa, Waheguru ji ki fateh.